Let me tell you about a guy named Marcus. 5 years ago, Marcus was making $65,000 a year as a project manager. Fast forward to today, Marcus makes $165,000 a year. That's a $100,000 raise. Marcus feels exactly the same amount of broke as he did 5 years ago. Maybe worse. He still checks his account before hitting buy on Amazon. If you've ever gotten a raise and felt like your financial stress barely moved the needle, this video is going to explain exactly why. My name is Bobby, and I spend way too much time thinking about why more money doesn't feel like more money. If you're someone who's climbed the income ladder and still feels stuck at the bottom of it, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Here's the story we're all told. Work hard, get promoted, make more money, and your problems shrink. It's the entire premise of the American career ladder. Each rung is supposed to buy you more breathing room. If you go from $65,000 to $165,000, you should have triple the disposable income, right? That's basic arithmetic. Except almost nobody actually experiences it that way. Study after study on income and happiness shows the same strange pattern. People report feeling more financial stress at higher income brackets than you'd expect. This isn't a personal failure. This is a predictable, mathematical phenomenon. Let's start with what actually happens to that $100,000 the second it hits your paycheck, because most of it never makes it to your pocket. First, taxes. As your income climbs, you move into higher marginal tax brackets. That jump from $65,000 to $165,000 doesn't just mean a slightly bigger tax bill. You could be losing 32 to 38% of that raise before it's even deposited. So that $100,000 raise is already down to something like $62,000 to $68,000 in actual take-home money. And we haven't even started spending yet. Now here's where it gets interesting, because this is the part nobody warns you about. Lifestyle creep. Not the obvious kind, like buying a Lamborghini. The quiet kind. The kind that feels responsible. When Marcus was making $65,000, he lived in a one-bedroom apartment, drove a paid-off Corolla, and packed his lunch most days. When his income started climbing, nothing about his life felt reckless. That's another $12,000 a year. He upgraded his car because his old one was getting worn down. That's another $8,000 a year in payments and insurance. He started eating out more because after a long day, cooking felt like one more task. That's another $6,000 a year. He started traveling more because what's the point of making good money if you can't enjoy it? Another $8,000 a year. None of these decisions were crazy. Every single one felt justified in the moment. But add them up. 12,000 plus 8,000 plus 6,000 plus 8,000. That's $34,000 a year in new expenses. We're not done. Higher income often means a bigger home. A bigger home means a bigger mortgage, higher rent, higher property taxes, higher utility bills, higher insurance. Let's conservatively say another $15,000 a year in housing-related cost increases. And here's a sneaky one. As your income rises, you often lose eligibility for benefits and subsidies. Healthcare subsidies, certain tax credits, reduced cost programs for things like childcare. These phase-outs can quietly cost a family several $1,000s a year. Let's call this cost $5,000 a year, conservatively. So let's do the math the same way we would with any other trap. Start with the $100,000 raise. Subtract $35,000 for the increased tax burden. Subtract $34,000 for lifestyle creep. Subtract $15,000 for the bigger home. Subtract $5,000 for lost subsidies and benefit phase-outs. You are now sitting at $11,000. Out of a $100,000 raise, the actual net financial improvement to Marcus's life is $11,000 a year. That's barely over $900 a month. And if he's not intentional about where that remaining $11,000 goes, it evaporates too. A slightly nicer gym membership, slightly better clothes, slightly more takeout coffee. This is why Marcus doesn't feel richer. Because he isn't, not in any way that matters. His income tripled, but his financial security didn't. He still has roughly the same amount of savings relative to his expenses that he had 5 years ago. He still has the same knot in his stomach when an unexpected bill shows up. Because his fixed costs grew right alongside his income, expense for expense, dollar for dollar. Psychologists and economists have a name for a version of this pattern: hedonic adaptation. It's the tendency for humans to quickly return to a stable baseline level of satisfaction.
You get the raise, you feel great for about 6 weeks, and then your brain recalibrates your new income as the new normal. The treadmill doesn't stop, it just moves faster, and you're sprinting to stay in the same place. But here's what makes this specifically dangerous. The increased spending doesn't feel optional. It feels earned. It feels responsible. Marcus isn't buying frivolous junk. He's living in a nicer, safer neighborhood. He's driving a more reliable car. Every individual choice looks financially sound from the outside. That's exactly what makes this trap so much harder to escape than the traditional "stop buying lattes" advice. You can't shame your way out of a bigger mortgage or a safer car. They're the invisible tax that comes bundled with climbing the income ladder, and almost nobody budgets for it in advance. Now, you might be thinking, "Bobby, this doesn't apply to me." And maybe you are the exception. But let me ask you something. Do you know right now exactly how much more you're spending today compared to your last salary level? Most people can't answer that question because the increases happened gradually, expense by expense. That's the trap. It's not one big decision. It's 50 small decisions that feel reasonable in isolation. So what do you actually do about this? The answer is what I call raise splitting. The moment you get a raise, before your lifestyle expands, you decide in advance what percentage becomes new spending. A common structure is 50-30-20. 50% of any raise goes straight into savings and investments automatically. Ideally, through an automatic transfer or a bump in your 401k contribution the same week the raise hits. 30% goes toward paying down high-interest debt if you have any, because eliminating a 20% interest rate is a guaranteed return no market can promise you. Only the remaining 20% is available for lifestyle improvements, nicer dinners, a little more travel. Let's run Marcus's raise back through this framework. That $100,000 raise, after taxes, nets out to roughly $65,000 in actual take-home increase. $32,500 goes straight into investments and retirement accounts. $19,500 goes toward eliminating any remaining debt. And $13,000 is available for Marcus to genuinely enjoy, guilt-free. In the first scenario, Marcus ends up with $11,000 of net improvement and no structure. In the second scenario, Marcus builds $32,500 a year in growing assets. Same raise, same income, completely different outcome, because the money was directed instead of allowed to drift. A raise doesn't automatically buy you financial security. It only buys you the opportunity to build it. That opportunity has an expiration date, because your lifestyle will expand to consume it if you don't move fast. The families who actually feel richer after a raise made a decision in advance about where that money would go. Every dollar you automatically move into an investment account is a dollar working for you instead of against you. The goal was never actually the raise. The raise was just a tool. The real goal is the gap, the space between what you earn and what you spend. Marcus's income tripled, and he still has almost no gap, which means almost no freedom. Don't let that be your story. The next time a raise lands, don't ask what you can finally afford. Ask yourself what percentage of it you can make disappear into your future before your present life claims it. That's the difference between a bigger paycheck and an actual richer life. If this video helped you rethink your next raise, smash that like button and subscribe